Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So in this reading, we're looking at what God, Source, the universe, your guardian angels, your God team, what they are protecting you from right now. So this could be thoughts other people have regarding you. It could be a particular situation. It could be a place. People don't really realize the extent to which our thoughts and our intentions carry energy vibrations, which can impact us for the better and in some instances for the worse. So this could be an individual person, as I was saying before, or a group of people. It could be the energy vibrations that exist in a physical building or attached to a thing. So in particular, when thoughts and intentions are sustained over a period of time, the velocity and the potency of this energy builds. It builds, it builds, it builds. And whether we are aware of it or not, it can impact us. And the best way I could find to describe it is when someone comes into a room, or you enter a room when a group of people are there and you feel an energy, you feel a vibration, you can feel that ick. Alternatively, it could be happening on a spiritual realm or a spiritual or in another spiritual dimension, but more often than not, we could feel it when something doesn't sit right with us, whether something doesn't sit in our gut, or we expend so much energy trying to suppress a thought or trying to suppress a realization, or when we have doubt over something. Okay, so let's get into, so that's what this reading is going to cover. So let's get into our pile selection. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Let me hold them up. Pile number 1, boundaries. Pile number 2, inner child. Pile number 3, be open. So remember, this is a collective reading. Only take the messages that resonate, leave the rest behind. You can select more than one pile. And I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hi there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So this is going to be about what are you being protected from right now. And I gave a description and some background context as to what this reading is about in the introduction. So go back and listen to that. I won't be repeating it here. But you guys, pile number 1, selected the boundaries card. So I'll just place this right here. I have pre-shuffled for you guys off camera. I'll also be shuffling for further messages on camera as well. So let's get into this. Okay, so the first card you guys have is the environmentalist. And immediately what I'm being drawn to, pile number 1, is that you guys are being protected from people. Let's pull them all out. Okay, just give me one moment. They've just dropped the messages. I'm just re-establishing my connection. One moment, please, pile number 1. Okay. What they're giving it to me, pile number 1, it's as if your environment, your reality, so they're showing me work environment, where you relax, your home environment. They're just showing me like your reality, what you have around you. There's either an element in your environment that is causing you distraction, and it's causing you distraction from your goals, from your life purpose, or from a goal, or from a objective. Take it as it resonates. And this goal or objective that you guys are being distracted from, it's something that could be very profitable for you guys. They're showing me like a racetrack, and it's as if you guys need to come around the bend and you have that last 100-meter dash, and instead of picking up speed and you guys want to, sorry, they're correcting me, you guys want to pick up speed and momentum as you come around the track, but it's as if things are getting in your way. They're showing me like a relay, like someone needs to hand the baton over to you and they're not in position, and it's just like distractions or obstacles, or you may feel that things aren't flowing the way that they're meant to be flowing for you. I'm picking up that if you feel it in your gut that something is meant for you, that this thing is meant for you, that you're capable of it, don't lose sight of that. You are capable of it. It's just something in the energy vibration, someone in your environment. It's as if it's causing distraction. It's causing blocks. So your spirit guides, your guardian angels and source are coming in to say this is what they're actively protecting you from. But they're also giving me another message as well. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. We have it here, deception. Okay, let me finish off the other message before getting into this deception one. What they're saying to me, hang on just one moment. I just lost it as I saw this deception. Just one moment, I'm just tuning back in. Yeah, they're talking about your attention being scattered. And it's as if you try really hard to refocus and realign your attention, but you're having difficulty doing that. It's as if you have to put in an immense amount of effort to get refocused on this goal where your prosperity lies. Do not think that it's not achievable, or do not think it's out of your league. I feel that a lot of you don't think that. A lot of you, they're telling me, believe that it is possible. But it's just taking longer than it should. The reason being here, because we have the deception card and we have forgiving and learning. There is I'm going to go to the forgiving and learning and come back to the deception. There is something in your environment, either a person or a situation or a thing, that is causing you to dwell a lot on either people who have wronged you, or dwell a lot on a past, either a past situation or past series of traumas. So they're giving me examples of like the family home. So if you either revisit the family home often, or if, for instance, you visit someone from your past, let's say you're a carer and you're taking care of someone from your past, they're bringing up here that, apologies for the noise in the background, I don't know why they're making so much noise. They're bringing up here that your mind wanders to this person or that situation, and a lot of healing that situation and release it, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, is as if that person, that situation causes a trigger in you that destabilizes your energies, and it's a matter of giving that person, situation, thing forgiveness, giving it compassion, sealing that energy and letting it go. Or if it's not forgiveness and compassion, if you find that is not appropriate, that's absolutely fine. Whatever is appropriate for you, to give that situation, person, place or thing, so that you can clear the energies. That's the way they're giving it to me. For some of you as well, I am also picking up of this deception that someone around you is wearing a false mask, someone in a relationship wearing a false mask. So again, it's someone taking up a lot of your time, or they're telling me, for some of you, pile number one, this is someone that you could very well trust, put a lot of faith, trust, and be investing a lot of time in. They're giving me this particular situation, pile number one. It's like this person that you may either be helping, or this person who asks a lot of help from you, and you believe that you're doing your good deed, but it's as if they are false. Either they're speaking ill behind your back, or they're taking you for granted, or they're purposely trying to distract you and take up your time. So you could apply terms such as energy vampires and all of that to this person, however you see fit. For some of you, this person may very well be a family member as well, is what I'm picking up on. Also, someone from your past, someone you're having a relationship with, someone at work. So just take it as this resonates. And this brings me to this card that you selected, pile number one, which is your boundaries. So it's a matter of, yes, healing, receiving healing for that situation from the past. And it's also with people around you, setting up boundaries as well with them. It's like a lot of it, there's a naivete for some of you, pile number one, in terms of going in and helping people and that sort of thing, because you're empaths and because you're compassionate and you want to give your best self to others, and that is admirable. But you're being advised, and in terms of the protection that's coming in right now for you, it's as if this naivety veil is going to begin to drop. And for these people around you, like the deception and so on, and the forgiveness and letting go, it's as if the energy situations are going to start coming into your reality where it becomes more apparent that you need to do so. It becomes more apparent on who's deceptive. It becomes more apparent that you really need to let the energies around something go because it's holding you back. It's going to become more apparent. You just need to tell some people no, it's a full sentence. And the way people react when they get told no is going to be really surprising to you. But we have inspiration next to prosperity. But you being able to free up your time in this way, you being able to let go of those energies that are not serving you or people who are not feeding into you. They want me to use when I say people feeding into you, if you are doing your best for someone or giving of yourself for someone, you expect a fair energetic exchange if someone is in the capacity to do so. What I'm picking up on pile number one is that many of your relationships are not that fair energetic exchange. When you're able to set up boundaries with those people, you free up your energy to allow your God and your spirit guide team and your God team to come in and drop in ideas or drop in inspirations. It just frees up your time to be out in nature. If you're sleeping, if you're daydreaming, if you're in the shower, if you are investing in yourself, that is where various inspiration and ideas for this path and for this prosperity are going to be able to come through. It's as if you need to put more attention and give more time to yourself. And that is going to enable you to get out of this rut, because all of a sudden what were blockers for you are suddenly they're showing me this, are going to disappear or they're going to melt away. And you're even going to think to yourself, oh my God, why didn't I see this all along? The reason why you didn't see it all along is because you've just been distracted. Running on empty. They're showing me a gas tank of someone running on empty. Okay, the Star is the next tarot card you have. Yep, this is your destiny we're talking about. This is your life path we're talking about. And this is your God team, your angel team, just pouring into you right now, pouring in and giving you what you need in order to achieve this prosperity lies ahead, in order to achieve that life path. It's interesting that this is a Taurus energy. Taurus energy is earth energy. So Capricorn energy. So what I'm picking up on, Capricorn energy, Taurus energy. There's a lot of you guys making things happen, taking decisions, making things happen. This protection that's coming in and boundaries. Like as I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles here, she's carrying a lot, she's doing a lot, but it's as if she's being tied up and there's something to the side of her that's distracting her. This is where your boundaries are going to come in as well. Or being distracted by someone who means you ill, who are not showing their true face to you. The Queen of Swords. So we have here this energy of being able to cut people out, being able to stand your ground, being able to stand in your integrity. It's either you're with me or you're not with me. What's coming up there saying in terms of the protection that's coming in for you, pile number one, it's that, and this is coming up next to the deception and the forgiveness energy, like they are saying that you are going to be able to let go of that past situation, person, place, or thing that is whose energy is weighing very heavily on you. You would be able to cut that out. So the protection that's coming in is going to enable you guys to do that. Another form of protection that's coming in is, because I'm seeing this Queen of Swords is looking directly at this person doing their deception. So what's also going to be coming through is you're going to be able to start cutting ties and start cutting cords with that person as well. It's as if to further pinpoint, they're telling me to further pinpoint who this person is. It's either someone who poses as being down and out on their luck, or someone who makes you want to feel less than. Like they may make certain side comments or make comments behind your back, or they may breadcrumb you and say certain things. They may breadcrumb you, give you compliments 1 minute, and then blame you or sneak in a snide remark the next. You know, they're telling me the phrase breadcrumbing. And that sort of and this Five of Pentacles is coming between the Star and the Seven. So what of Pentacles? What this is saying is that it destabilizes you, it distracts you, right? And that's coming under this deception person. They want me to draw you to the Sun card that's coming up under the deck. It's as if there's a rebirth or being reborn, like when you're able to put up your boundaries, when you're able to cut this person or people out of your life. There's something of a rebirth that happens from that, or something of a clarity of thought. They're also saying, in terms of establishing your boundaries, being curious, this situation with the deception and the person in your life and cutting off the past, it is karmic. It's a karmic situation. It's a karmic, this was meant and placed in your life. So it's like karma clearing that you guys are also going in right now. And the protection that's coming in, it's helping you with that karma clearing. You know, in terms of establishing boundaries so that inspiration come in. There's karma clearing that's happening for you guys right now, pile number 1. Let's see if there are any further messages to wrap this up. And this karma clearing is going to be happening in your favor. Karmic debts have been paid off. You do not owe anyone anything. They're also drawing me to the fact that with this protection that's coming over you, the deception or the people who you require to forgive and let go of, they want to give this message that they're going to get theirs. They're going to get theirs, and they're putting you, your guides are putting you in a bubble of protection now, so you wouldn't be adversely affected when they meet their karma. Okay? And when I talk about karma being repaid or karma being paid off, I'm not talking about that you guys did something bad and now because you guys have gone through this period of being blocked that it's fine. It's not a matter of that at all. It's as if that you guys are on your trajectory. Now with the inspiration and the star, you guys are being protected. The path is being cleared. That is going to take some work on your part, pile number 1, working in conjunction with your spirit guide team in order to clear this path. And they're saying that those people who have blocked you or who've been deceptive to you, they're going to get theirs, is basically that message that's coming through. Okay, what's the final message? Oh, 2 pages. Messengers. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. You have a lot of pentacles. Some of you with this inspiration, some of you may have the inspiration to write a book, may have the inspiration to go back and do a course and study to improve your skills. Or some of you want to go in a particular direction and you need to just get some insight and get some inspiration from someone in order to elaborate this idea that you guys have or this path that you're meant to go down. Like there is some either advice. So this is coming up next. This Page of Pentacles is coming up next to the inspiration card, and notice that she's drawing information from an outside source. So your spirit guide team, in terms of that protection, they're going to be guiding you to this. And with inspiration, I mentioned earlier about freeing up your time and having time to invest in yourself. So they're talking about how that investment in yourself may take place. You know, going out with like-minded people to learn a new skill or to enhance a skill that you already have. Because with this pentacle under her arm, there's an idea that you have, there's a concept that you have, there's something that's going to lead to prosperity. But you need to set the boundaries to provide that time for you to focus your attention 100% in this. There's something of a nuance or something unique about what you have to offer that's going to lead to this prosperity. But you need time and clarity to be able to focus on that. Now, in terms of this prosperity, again, you have the Page of Cups. It's going to be better received than you think it is. It's going like they're drawing me to the teacup with the water just above the head and the water falling into the cup. There is something unique about what you have, there's something unique about who you are. Some of you may not be surrounded by people who draw attention to how unique and wonderful you are. And I feel that when you, through this protection by your guides, this is what your guides want you to see. So part of the protection may be causing situations, as I mentioned this before, that will show you the false side of some people, or not just false side, but will show you how some situations are not suited to you. But these situations are going to draw you in to recognizing the beauty of you, the value of you, just how much you have to offer, just how special you are. It's like there's a reconnection to that's going to happen. They're saying it's as if that connection to that aspect of self. Yeah, it's like reintroducing, hi, I am pal number one, nice to meet you. It's like you're reconnecting to yourself, reconnecting with your inner child in a very special way, in a very healing way. This is something that some people with the deception card and the forgiving of the past, like where your prosperity lies is in reconnecting to something of your past or some element of who you used to be that really brought you a lot of joy and fulfillment with this Page of Cups. This joy and fulfillment, this thing that you're connecting to, is the source of your prosperity. It's something that you may have forgotten because someone may have said that you're silly to think like this. No, it's not possible. Someone may have filled up a lot of your head about it, or someone may have told you no but decided to take the idea as their own anyway. Or it doesn't even need to be a product or anything you need to sell. It's just something that you want to do for you. But it has to do with your inner child. It has to do with your inner self. It has to do with authenticity of self. And with the sun energy, they're saying that once you set up these boundaries, you would be able to reconnect with it. Okay, pile number one. So I hope those messages resonated with you in terms of the protection that you're receiving right now and why you're receiving it actually. Provide a message down below. Let me know how this reading resonated with you. If it did, if it didn't, that's fine. Let me know that as well. Like and subscribe if you found something useful for this. And I'll see you in another pile, or I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now. Alright, so pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. What are you being protected from right now? So if you guys missed the context for this reading and what this reading is about, I've explained it in the introduction, so please take a moment and listen to that if you haven't. And in it, I talk about people don't realize the extent to which thoughts and intentions carry energy vibrations, which can impact us for better or for worse, you know? And it's just discussing how our spirit guide team, how our God team offer us protection from this. And we may not be aware of it, or we may be, okay? So that's a brief synopsis. For more detail, listen to the intro. Okay, so you guys, pile number 2, selected your inner child card. So I'll place that right up here. Let's get into, in fact, I'll place it down here. Let's get into your reading. So the first card that came through for you, pile number 2, is books. There is something about exploring and allowing your mind to wander and allowing your mind to imagine and allowing your mind to be creative, getting lost in something, pile number 2. Let's look a bit further into this. I need to pull up a few more. Just give me a moment, pile number 2. What they're saying is that in terms of the protection that you all are given, this protection, pile number 2, they're telling me is coming in the form of guidance, with the communication is key energy. Some of you guys have a special guardian angel or someone who protects you, who looks over you, who's always there. They're sort of, they're giving me the phrase a life path angel, who be known that you guys There's a side of you that communicates with this life path angel. Sometimes when you feel you're talking to yourself, you're talking to this life path angel. And it's as if you have, they're showing me just wanting to explore, wanting to be creative, wanting your mind to roam free. It's talking about breaking the status quo. And the protection is coming in, number one, the guidance to be able to open your mind, open your perspective, the bravery to do that and to be free. It's as if your God team, your spirit guide team, or this higher life path angel is with you, enabling you to do that. So it's not just protection here, but I'm more drawing towards guidance. Now there's a situation that's what's also prompted this as well. They've just sneaked this message in. It's that this is also the close of a cycle and the starting of a new one for a lot of you. We have the new moon. We have two new moon energies. And what they're saying with this two new moon energies, new moon talks about new beginnings. And I can't help but be drawn to, on the outlines of these two moons, just a glimmer of silver, slivering of silver. It's drawing me to the transition into the morphing or the transformation into something else. Someone else is quite imminent. They're saying, in fact, a lot of you may even be in that vibration already, and they're providing you protection, almost like some of you may feel stagnant, or some of you may feel that you're in limbo at the moment. And that is many times in our lives when we're on the brink of something new, on the brink of transforming or transitioning into someone or something new. Our guides come in and they offer us guidance and they offer us protection. They purposely make things in our life seem stagnant and still, so we could focus energies on what is imperative for that transition. And what is imperative for that transition here, it's as if your brain or your mind needs to be absorbed or be able to travel or be able to be sucked in to some sort of spiritual download that you guys are receiving. So this spiritual download may be knowledge, and you guys may be facilitating that in the 3D by studying or by doing a course or something like that. Or this could be a download of information that you've asked for, download of some sort of ability. So it doesn't necessarily need to be intellectual knowledge, but download of the ability, once you have that intellectual knowledge, to act on it by delivering and being of service to others is something that I'm also seeing and is coming through here. So there's a lot of protection to facilitate and enable this transition. And there's a lot of guidance coming through from your life path guide. Notice we have two faces with this Gemini card. So this has a dual meaning, Gemini dual, get it, haha. But the two meanings are, number one, you transitioning into someone else. This person is closing their eyes and it's just that seamless transition into an elevated version of yourself that's awakening and coming alive. But it's also behind you, it's your life path guide and having a closer connection with your guide as well for that guidance. And when I talk about life path guide, we're talking about let your friends help you. So it's not only your life path guide, but it's as if your life path guide is that channel to the rest of your God team and the rest of your spirit guide team who also want to come in and be with you in this new transition, elevated. Dare I say, they're bringing in the term awakening with the eyes closed and the eyes open. It's as if some of you are going through like a spiritual awakening as well, or an awakening to something, an awakening to an innate sense of yourself. And when I talk about innate sense of myself, that's coming through with inner child. There may be a message for you guys in pile number 1 as well, because inner child came through quite strongly in pile number 1. But there's some inner element of, oh, I have one more card. Oh, didn't see this. Yeah, light in the dark. Okay. You know, when I was talking about that sliver against the darkness and talking about the void, light in the dark. Yeah, so there's something else. In fact, I want to place this like this. Okay. Yeah, there's something about that connection with your inner self, with your inner child. It's as if you guys are being free to discover that. Also, the protection that your God team or your life path guide is offering you right now, we're seeing past relationships and release of your ex, a time to clear energy is coming through. This may be someone that you had a soul tie with, that you're releasing, and that's part of your transformation, that's part of your transitioning. Whoever this is that some of you guys, pile number 2, are letting go, and this is another message for some of you in pile number 2, but you've met this person before, like there's a strong connection with this person, like you can't help but think about this person, even though you don't want to, but you can't help but think about them. And the reason for that is that you've known this person for quite a few lifetimes. So if you are having issues releasing an ex or releasing an ex situation, be it romantic, be it platonic, your spirit guide team are helping you with that right now. Are helping to dull some of the emotions around that so that you are able to move on. The person you are morphing and transitioning into, and the connection with your inner child. Some of you guys are connecting, your spirit guide team is encouraging you to connect with your inner child. There is something that they're saying that happened when you were younger that created that, they're telling me the phrase codependency, that created that anchor, that created that hook, where you kind of seek out these sorts of relationships and situations. So that in yourself is healing. And there's something unique about that inner child element of you that is also coming up to the forefront or being awakened. There is some gift or some skill that you guys have. You guys should listen to pile number 1 because they got something quite similar to you. They got something very similar. But I feel that this pile 2 is a continuation of the pile number 1. It's as if this pile number 2 has moved on. If someone selected pile number 1 and they went to the pile number 2, like pile number 2 is the future of pile number 1. That's the way I wanted to phrase it. Okay, so let's get into the tarot and let's see what further messages we have. 9 of Swords. Don't worry don't worry about getting things right. You have 2 9s. Yeah, you guys are on the verge of something. You guys are on the very end. 9s come before 10s. 10s talk about the end of a cycle. You guys are currently at 9s. You guys are on the verge of it here. The verge of this new moon energy. The verge of this new start coming in. And they're playing the song, it's the final countdown. It's the final countdown. They're playing that in my head. Like this is the final, releasing. Notice the expression of this woman with the hand on her forehead, hand on the forehead. You guys are watching me shuffle on camera. Don't underestimate this synchronicity. You guys are ready to drop this burden of whatever this person, situation, or thing is. It's quite constricting. And dare I say, I know it sounds cliched, but it's quite constricting. You are better than it. You know that you are better than it. But there is something of this emotional tie to it that gives the anxiety, that gives the staying up at night, that has your heart feeling really heavy, because I'm feeling my heart heavy, but it's more my solar plexus. It's about truth, about you deserving better and wanting to be seen as better, and why doesn't that other person see it too? You want to be seen is another phrase that I'm saying. You want to be seen and acknowledged and recognized for who you really are, not who someone else wants you to be. You're tired of it, and it's, you guys are letting it go. And a lot of you guys may not have seen this or understood that you wanted this before. You may not have been able to put words or put shape to how you guys are feeling. Hangman. Remember when I was talking earlier about the void and feeling like you're in that hangman stasis? You're in that hangman stasis for a reason, because your spirit guide team, it's their protection. It's them giving you the space to figure this out. Right? It's them giving you the space to tune in. And here we go, High Priestess. This is what I was talking about your life path guardian. They're coming through here. They're coming through very strongly. They're saying, we are working with you to navigate out of this void, to navigate out of this hangman, stasis, stagnancy position. I feel as if I'm repeating pile number 1 here. There's but you are coming out of this though, for sure. Definitely for sure, you guys are coming out of this. You guys are going to become, in terms of the guidance by your life path guide, it's an element of empowerment that is coming through, where you're going to see that this is not something you deserve, this is not something that you need, and against all odds, you have the power to get yourself out of this situation. You're going to realize that. And you're going to realize that through connecting with your life path guide. It's as if your life path guide is delivering and drawing messages. Notice we have that moon with that sliver of light on the boundary, right? So it's as if your life path guide is helping shed light on this new person, on this new you, on what you need to do. It's more guidance than protection I'm seeing here. Yep, 10 of swords, yep, under the deck. Whoever it is that you're releasing, it's as if, I guess, taken for granted, being taken advantage of, being taken for granted, not wanting to see a truth, not wanting to see you for who you really are. You always need to try and prove yourself, always need to try to explain yourself. And yeah, with the Emperor energy, there's more of a personal empowerment that's coming in this new phase and this new cycle of who you are. With this book's energy, you guys are seeking answers as to how to achieve that. And that is your protection. Becoming educated, getting knowledge around why it is that you do certain things the way you do, or why is it that you have certain patterns. Being able to connect in with the authenticity of who you are. Taking those physical actions is going to shine light on the darkness, shine light on elements of you that were previously in the dark. So with this Emperor energy, you could sort of take more empowerment of yourself, of your life, of your identity, of who you are. For some of you guys, this may be a matter of money, or it may be finance related, and you're getting assistance coming in alleviating, or you're getting ideas as to how to alleviate any financial struggles or any financial issues that you may have. Spirit guides, guardian angels for power number 2. What else do we... How are they being protected right now? What else could you provide us in terms of... I just saw 2 of Wands there that just popped out. It's talking about the courage to move on. Ooh, did you guys see that? Some of you may actually be traveling as well and moving physical location, or thinking about traveling. Seven of Pentacles reverse. You guys have to watch pile number 1. They got the 7 of Pentacles as well. Wheel of Fortune. Love, love, love. What your spirit guide, your life path guide is saying here, next to the Wheel of Fortune and the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles has come through reverse. So it's something that you guys have been working at. And again, it's come up next to the Hangman, that stagnancy. You know, you're working at something, you're waiting for something to be ripened. He can't pluck them yet. He's waiting on the bush. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Same thing with the Hangman. Waiting, waiting, waiting. But guess what? This has come through reverse. So there's no more waiting anymore. No more waiting. With the King of Cups, sorry, you guys are ready. With that training, or that absorption of knowledge and the realizations that come with that information, you are equipped and ready to move on. This King of Cups symbolizes a healing that's happened. The King of Cups next to the Emperor is very powerful energy. You're able to tune into the authenticity of who you are. You're able to see things for what they are. View them as life lessons, not harboring any ill will. They're giving me the end of Beyonce's formation, like the greatest, I think the greatest revenge is your success in your paper. I think it's something that's the way it ends. It's as if that's the sort of energy that's coming through. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you guys are at the top of this wheel. Like however this spins for you, whatever opportunities come in for you, whatever realizations come in for you, this inspiration is coming from your life path guide, it's coming from your spirit guide team, and you could go no wrong. They're not quite explaining or picking out or telling me what this is precisely, but it could be some situation that happens because it's coming up next to the Ten of Swords that's going to make you see something or a situation for what it really is, and it's going to really give you that ability or momentum to release it and bring and make drastic changes in your life. It's sort of they're showing me that eat, pray, love sort of vibes. Like really huge sweeping changes in your life that bring in these new beginnings. There is some situation with this Wheel of the Year, Wheel of Fortune card, that's going to usher that in. It's like an eat, pray, love that's ushering in. That I should have taken those Two of Wands, but some of you are going to be moving on and really following and tuning into your passion, whatever that is. Don't try to explain it to anyone. It's not anybody's business. But having said that, there may be people who are looking on at the periphery, cheering you on here. Let your friends help you. There may be some people, this may be your spirit guide team. They're not giving me clarity as to whether this is your spirit guide team or people in this 3D reality. Or it could be people who may be sent in by your life path guide to help you usher and transition. So these people in the 3D may be creating situations or providing you with opportunities that help you transition. For instance, somebody giving you another job opportunity in another town, or someone, you're looking for somewhere to rent and someone says, yep, I need someone. It's just like it's something that facilitates this change, this transition, this new you. Okay, pile number 2, I hope that resonated with you. Not quite a protection, it's more guidance that was coming through for you guys, pile number 2, how you guys are going to be guided and you're transitioning into a new phase and a new way of being. So let me know if this resonated with you down below. Like and subscribe if it did, and I'll see you in another pile in this reading, or I'll see you in a future reading. Bye for now. Alright, so last but not least, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. What are you being protected from right now? So for the context for this reading, I explained it in the introduction, but in case some of you haven't seen it, I'll just give a brief synopsis here. What I went into is that we're going to look at what your source, what God, what your guardian angels and God team are protecting you from. That, it could be, many people don't realize the extent to which thoughts and your intentions carry energy vibrations that can impact us. So some of us may be aware of it, some of us may not be. So in this reading, we're just going to bring some conscious visibility to it. So you guys, pile number 3, selected the Be Open card. So I have pre-selected for you, and I'll also shuffle on camera. So let's get into this. Okay, so we have Heart's Desires. What is coming through pile number 3 right off the bat is that it's all right to follow your path and trust yourself, is what I'm seeing. Knowing when it's time to walk away. Is what I'm being drawn to. It's interesting how she's raising up her dress as she walks through the water, and it's interesting how the hand, hands raising up the dress, hands pulling back a curtain. It's as if you're helping yourself move on from something. Like you've come to the conscious conclusion that something is not working for you right now. That's for some of you, pile number 3. Some of you, though, are hoping it does work. It's your heart's desire for it to work. However, your God team, your guardian angels team, they'll always be looking out for what's in your best interest. And unfortunately, they're saying, and please don't shoot the messenger, what you may have your heart set on is being driven by your ego, or it's being driven by a lack mindset. Okay, that's for some of you. And in terms of that protection, it's as if God or your soul God team is going to bring in a situation that is going to make you realize that what you have your heart set on is not good for you. Like it's as if life is going to throw you a diversion. To make you, that this diversion, they're telling me, can potentially be painful at the time. But it's to know, and a lot of you, pile number 3, they're saying you guys may switch off from this reading at this point because you don't want to hear anymore. You don't want anyone to distract you or divert you from your path. You don't want to hear anything other than your path or what it is that you want, what it is your heart's desire is going to be a success. So potentially you may switch off from this. But what they're saying is that the reason why they're going to throw a spanner in the works is because there is something better. Nothing is going to come from this situation. My throat is actually getting dry. Which I think is really interesting. I just needed to get some water. Like there's something with my throat and with expressing that truth. It could be that some of you guys deep down know that this is the reality, but you don't want to face it, so you're suppressing it. And when I say that, we have this really small moon and the whole card is just black. So there's somewhere deep inside you where you may know that this isn't really for me, but you haven't really given much attention to that thought just yet. So it's 2 camps watching this. Okay. Some of you have already taken that step to move on. You've made that conscious decision to move on, and you're helping yourself to move on. The rest of you are still in a bit of denial and are holding out hope. Okay? Those are the 2 camps. Keep an open mind is the next card we have. And we have retreat. And again, yeah, we have with retreat again. Notice with both these cards, we're seeing someone's back, like someone walking away. There is going to be, and the very last card we have is change. This looks very much like a Wheel of Fortune card, and a Wheel of Fortune is 10. 1 0 reduces to a 1, so it's like symbolizing a new beginning or something new, something better coming in. They're giving me this phrase that you would get what you always got, if that makes any sense, or there is some phrase that rhymes with that. There is something of a change that needs to happen, or the courage to make that change. That's one thing, but it's expanding your horizons as well with this keeping an open mind card. It's as if when you guys retreat and you have that solitude and you have that courage to walk away, you may not know what makes walking away quite scary. Pound number 3 is that once you walk away from the known, you're walking into the unknown. You're walking into the void. You're walking into the darkness. And that could be scary, but know from your God team in terms of that protection, they will not lead you astray. Like you have your guardian, your God team right there. Look at the wings. They are with you. They are walking with you. And this retreat card, she's not walking away from her own. She's walking away with someone. I'm picking up some of you, pile number 3, being quite sad about this change, I have to say. But on the other side, notice this rainbow, notice clouds, notice this dance floor. There's just so much better waiting on the other side for you. So hang on, I don't want this deck, I want to use a different deck. There is just so much waiting on the other side for you guys, pile number 3. Let's get into the tarot. Let's see what other further messages that we could pull through. Spirit guide, guardian angel, thank you for those messages so far. What further messages? Oh my God, we have the Hermit. Yeah, we have the Hermit. You guys are separating yourselves from something. A lot of you guys are in the energy where you know it's time. You could feel it in your bones. You could feel it in your gut. It's that quiet voice where deep down in your gut you know it's time to move on. You know it's time to walk away. You know you deserve better. You know that there is something out there. But some of you still, pile number 3, are white knuckling it. You're holding on. You're clawing on. We have 2 camps. But I feel for those white knuckling it and clawing on, you would eventually let it go, is what I'm picking up here. It's keeping an open mind and knowing that better can come in for you. The universe wants to give you better. Okay? Yeah. The Fool. This is too many cards. It's that release, and it's just that letting go. It's that surrender. It's that trust. It's trusting in yourself. It's trusting that the universe has you. It's that careless abandon. It's that triumph of following your heart's desire, following what it is that you want. It's going into the unknown, and sometimes there's a freedom of just releasing and doing that. And you would have that protection, and you're receiving the guidance from your God team to be able to do this right now. I'm being told that some of you are thinking right now, how am I going to be able to do this? Because you have so many earthly ties going on right now. And they're saying for some of you guys, it's going to take you some time to unravel these ties. But if your objective and your end goal is moving on, and if you work backwards from that end goal, moving on to your heart's desire, and if you work backwards from that end goal, yeah, these are the ties, these are the commitments, these are the, because they were showing me as I was shuffling, it's as if some of you guys are not making excuses, because a lot of what you guys are saying are justified, like I can't leave work, I don't have savings, but I'm married and have a partner, but I have a lease, but I have this. There are lots of things that are tying you down, right? But what they're saying is that if you have the end goal in mind, and if you're working backwards, they would be able to give you that support and give you that guidance in terms of what it is that you need to do. And this is where the open mind comes in. It's the ability to think laterally. It's the ability to think outside the box. So that expansion and perspective is another thing that's coming in for you from your guides. So it's interesting, pile number 1 was protection, pile number 2 was guidance. For you guys are getting protection and guidance. And the solitude for some of you guys is actually your protection with this Hermit energy. Okay, what else? King of Wands. This is the planning. This is the working backwards and planning. There is movement energy with the 6 of Swords that's coming in for you guys. Yeah, a lot of you guys are thinking about financial issues as well, of thinking that you don't have enough, or being afraid to leave a situation, or being afraid to leave a thing. This is also what's coming through as well. Or feeling overwhelmed and not sure how to change and how to leave. But you guys have the Wheel of Fortune. This is the wheel. I said this looked like the Wheel of Fortune. Look, you guys got it. You guys have that Wheel of Fortune twice. There is an unexpected, in terms of your protection, I feel like it's going to be very gentle for you guys, pile number 3. Usually when you get a Wheel of Fortune, it could be very much an abrupt change. So there is an abrupt change. They're not giving an element of time. But it's going to be, by the time this change comes in for you, pile number 3, it's going to be like a natural progression. Like you feel, notice this as this woman is leaving a situation. Notice that wind that's going. It's going to be very natural. You're going to feel ready to move with it. You're just going with the flow of life is the energy that I'm picking up here. They're showing me leaves. This is reminding me, and this moon, for some reason, it's reminding me of, I'm not sure whether we're expecting a lunar eclipse and so on towards the end. I believe we are expecting one towards the end of this year. But I'm just saying, for you guys, this is happening around any time between now to autumn season. So it's definitely over the next couple of months. There's something about the moon and the shape of the moon. It could be a solar or lunar eclipse. There's something about these spherical shapes that is just drawing me to the moon here. So there's a potent moon cycle that this move on this transition is going to happen on. But by the time this comes through for you guys, so that's a timing reference. And it's definitely going to be this year as well. Not in a year's time or something like that. It's definitely going to be this year for many or most of you. For a lot of you guys who are stuck, it's that fear of moving on. You still don't believe you have it all yet to be able to move. There are still a lot of blocks that weigh heavily on your mind with the 7 of Wands. A lot of things you feel you need to fight off or justify or put right. So some of you, pile number 3, are not ready just yet. But you would be. This move is inevitable. This move is inevitable. There's a lot of planning that needs to take place for you guys to be able to make that move. But as they were saying, once you have that end goal in mind and you're able to work backwards, you would be able to get inspiration as to the direction you need to move into in order to follow your heart's desire. And keeping an open mind and being able to think outside the box. We have open twice. We have be open here. Oh gosh, keep an open mind. Be open to inserting the 2, and we have change. You can't make this up. Changes are coming for you guys. When this opportunity for moving on comes with the full energy, you're being advised to surrender to it. This is the universe, this is your God team, all conspiring, all conspiring to bring this gift with the 6 of Cups in to you. They're coming in and they're offering you this gift. Be open to it, because this gift offering is coming right next to the 6 of Cups. So someone's going to be making you an offer. Start getting things in place and things ready to move. I'm picking up like it could be a physical move of country, it could be a house move, it could be a job career path move or shift that's happening. It's as if you guys now have to start winding down whatever it is you guys are working on to allow this new opportunity or this new thing to come in. Very last message. Yeah, this thing is coming in for sure. For sure. Knight of Cups. It is coming in for sure. I'm noticing the shark in the water here. There is some self-doubt. There's going to be some doubt though. But they're shielding you from that. They're working in the backgrounds to protect you from having that self-doubt overtake you. And being able to just get caught up in it and caught up in the moment and being caught up in your blessings. Being caught up in your blessings, we have the Empress energy. This is what you guys are moving into. This is your potential. No other pile has gotten this strong an energy with the Empress. That's why I said with you guys, pile number 3, there's protection, and then there's also guidance that's happening for you all as well in this transition. I feel with this King of Wands, very lastly as well, it's like you're coming into your own, you're coming into your own authority, you're coming into your confidence, you're coming into your inner knowing. I just feel a lot of wind and a lot of clarity with you guys. They've given me a random message that some of you need to ground in nature as well. Very random message. Okay. But not so random, I guess, because we see the grass here and a lot of nature around. We also see with the 6 of Swords, the grass, that grounding outdoors. We see here with the Hermit being outdoors, grounding. We see with the Heart's Desire being outdoors as well. So there's something about that being outdoors which is really important for you guys. And we have the green that's also featuring heavily here. Okay guys, I'm going to leave that there. Pile number 3, let me know if this resonated with you. You could always view another pile as well. And I'll see you in other readings. Bye for now.